live. How are you all doing? Welcome back to part 2 on leveling up your consciousness to replace your 9 to 5 and then 10xing that. So today's training is all about trusting your gut, mindset shifts, money making tasks, and content. So the first thing we're going to talk about is trusting your gut and instincts. So there'll be many times in your business, ladies, where I recommend that yes, you are taking the strategies, the advice, the coaching advice from your mentor, from your coach, whatever programs, courses, memberships that you are in. I've done that. I've learned a lot. But there are going to be times where you're going to get downloads, you're going to get ideas, right? And like the nudges, ooh, I need to do this offer. Ooh, I need to go this direction. Ooh, I need to pivot this way, right? And this happened to me this year. It was in, I think, April, May. I'm looking at my whiteboard because I have all the months there. But it was around April, May? Yeah, April, May was when I 3x'd my income from the previous month of March and April. And I had this huge urge, idea, overwhelming, like, I gotta do this. And it made zero sense. And it went against everything that I would tell even my own clients to do. But I just felt like this is it. Like, this is the magic sauce. This is going to get me to the 8 figures that I want to get to, that I want to scale to, right? So I had the ping that I am going to create, get paid to exist, rich girl, the modern Aphrodite, exit the matrix. So at the beginning of this year, I had Dream Girl Academy, and I think I did some private coaching, some behind the scenes one-on-one coaching, but it was mainly Dream Girl Academy, right? But I was like, I want to scale this big. I want to create a whole body of work where it's just extensions of me, because I felt like I was trying to fit in so many aspects of myself, so many things that I love to talk about, coach about, like that I've learned, that I have went from point A to point B to point C to point D, and I want to teach all of this and I want to talk about all of this, but I was trying to fit it in a membership. And the membership was getting big. I was like, this is getting a bit chaotic. Like, I want to streamline it. So if someone wants to just work on money, they can work on money. So I just want to work on feminine embodiment and dating. It's just feminine embodiment and dating. One that's just all in on business is all in on business. One is on quantum manifestation, quantum physics, right? It's all in on that. So I had this huge ping, huge nudge to literally launch Get Paid to Exist, Rich Girl, the modern Aphrodite, exit the matrix, right? And all the other private coaching containers and my Millionaire Girls retreat, right? And what did I do? In my mind, I was like, am I really going to launch all of them in one go? Like, who does this? I do. Obviously me. But I just felt like this was it. So I launched all of them. I promoted them on my YouTube and Instagram. I was like, pre-sales open for all of this, right? You can purchase it. It's going to be delivered in 3 months. It's going to be delivered in 6 months. It's going to be delivered in 9 months. It's going to be delivered in a year. It's going to be delivered in 3-4 years, right? Made no sense. I've never done this strategy before all at once, but I just felt this overwhelming urge, like, I got to do this. This is it. Like, I could already feel my highest self like nudging me, tapping on my shoulder. Brenda, this is the pathway. Brenda, you gotta do this. Made no sense. I did it anyways. And guess what happened? I 3x'd my income. I had women left, right, and center literally enrolling into all my offers that is not going to be delivered in 3 months, 6 months, 9 months, 12 months, and 3 years, right? But I was making sales for things that I'm not going to deliver for a very long time. And I was like, whoa. Again, that really opened my eyes up even more and really gave me more evidence of my gut, my instincts, my downloads, pings that come through. I gotta follow them. Right? There's no point to try to reason, logic your way out of it. And yes, like when you work with me, I will give you my advice, my coaching. I will give you the knowledge, the how-to, the strategy. Yes, take elements of it, and I'll always be like, these are some ideas. These are pathways you can go. The benefits of this over this through my own experience and what I found out and what I have found to be more beneficial to me and has added to me being able to earn more without having to burn myself out. Like, I will give you all of these things when you work with me and when you obviously watch my content, but it's always up to you, ladies, and I always encourage you to follow your gut. So I'm really big on long form content here on YouTube. I've been loving doing long form content, and then supplementing and complementing that with short form on Instagram. If I want to post about my day, what I'm eating, I'll post on Instagram. If there's like a download of like a caption or a quote or a mindset shift that just came through and I quickly want to post it, I don't need to do a whole video on it. I'm gonna do an Instagram, right? If you are more of like short form content kind of girly, right? But I'm giving you like YouTube is sustainable, most profitable, long term, like SEO, like search engine. YouTube is like the new Google, right? People will find your videos 5-10 years as opposed to obviously short form, where it's more so 24 hours, maybe a couple of days, maybe a couple of weeks at most, months at most. But YouTube, that people are like, I'm watching videos people have done 10 years ago, 20 years ago, right? And you're getting AdSense money and then you're getting sales from that. Anyways, but my point is, when I give you all my coaching advice, my experience, my knowledge, hear it all, hear it all. No, whatever. Here is the silver platter of everything you can do, right? And you get to pick and choose what feels aligned to you. And whatever, like, I've obviously learned from a bunch of different coaches, but in my own mind, when that ping, that download of like, you got to launch 8 offers here now and you're going to do pre-sales for it, right? And this is how you are going to like 10x your income, right? Like in my mind, I was like, this is it. This is it. This is the pathway, the only pathway. And I just followed my gut. And that is how I literally jumped so much, like from March, April, and then May, boom, like 3x my monthly income because I followed my gut. So whatever you learn from a coach, even from me, like take what resonates, take all the information of like, wow, this is the benefit of this. You can do this, you can do courses, you can do memberships, you can do private coaching, you can do this course, this program, you can do it in this way. You can launch this way, but you can also launch this way. You can sell this way, but you can also sell that way. You take whatever I or any coach or any videos that you watch online, right? You take those pieces and you're like, that's a good idea. Like you really like digest it, but use your intuition and your instincts on, but I'm more aligned to short form. Oh yeah, I really love long form YouTube videos. Oh wow, Brenda gave me a great idea on how to launch this, but I want to tweak it and do it my way. So always follow your instincts. Where you feel the most aligned is where the money is. And how one person does something can be completely different to how another person can do something, but they can get the same result, right? So I know there's a lot of short form girlies out there who just do Instagram or just do TikTok and they love it, right? For me, I'm like, that's too much of my nervous system. I don't want to be doing real short form every single day. Like I love long form. Where can I just riff? There's more my personality into it. I can really go in depth. I can really talk about a topic. Y'all can really feel me, right? And I only realized this. I did short form before. I did more carousels. I did more reels. But I did that for like 5 years on Instagram through many different. I did it for fitness coaching, mindset, business coaching. I did it for when I was doing cafes, restaurants as well. Other stuff that I haven't even talked about. That businesses that I also started that I haven't even because I've literally started so many businesses. Too many to talk about. So I talk about my main 3, which is fitness coaching, with is brand design, mindset, business, which is now evolved to dating and other things as well, manifestation. But it did not make sense for me to launch 6 to 8 different offers all in one go, right? But from what I've learned from other coaches with how to create urgency with my different launch phases. So if you ladies know, you watch all my videos, pre-sell, early bird, full investment, right? And this helped so much because I had my Dream Girl Academy, I had past one-on-one clients, right? And I gave them a coupon code and they already have built up a lot of trust, a lot of rapport with me, they know how I coach. They know, like, obviously they're in Dream Girl Academy. They've been working one-on-one with me before. They're like, oh, Brenda's like launching a Get Paid to Exist, all about business on YouTube. Brenda's talking all about money and rich girl, normalizing luxury, normalizing overflow. Then she's going really in depth, the next level up with dating, with feminine embodiment, right? And more into moving into wife energy, getting the ring, being wifed up, right? And then now she's really into like going ham on manifestation, quantum physics, which is the next level up of what's in Dream Girl Academy. And so a lot of women in Dream Girl Academy opt and purchase all my courses and multiple courses as well. And a lot of them bought them when I had urgency with all the different launch phases. And you've heard me repeat all my different launch phases in a lot of my videos, but that is also what I teach inside of Get Paid to Exist, right? And so what I did was everything that I've learned from past coaches with strategy, with sales psychology, with creating urgency, with creating bonuses, incentives. That is how I literally 3x'd my income. And from that also time I've also 3x'd another month. And so I've taken bits and pieces from what I've learned from business coaches, more strategy, more mindset, more identity. And this whole year, I've really tapped into my intuition, following my gut. That's exactly what I'm talking about right now. You need to like be able to extrapolate different strategies, different way of doing things, and figure out what is aligned with you and take that, run with it, do it your own way, and be so convicted in it, right? Like, I'm sure every single person's like, are you sure that's a good idea to launch 6 to 8 offers all in one go? Like, you haven't created them yet, you might change your mind, blah, blah, blah. But I was like, I know this is it. I know. I was like, there's no more dabbling in maybe for multiple 6, maybe 7 figures. I was like, 8 figures. 8 figures. Like, I'm not dabbling in 7 figures anymore. 8 figures. That is it. And I was like, this is the next pathway. Like, I just knew. So ladies, follow your intuition. It will lead you to your biggest, most highest cash month, cash year, right? Biggest breakthrough, right? And all of this, all the offers that I created, Get Paid to Exist, Rich Girl, the Modern Aphrodite, Exit the Matrix, my 2028 Millionaire Girls Retreat, even my private coaching packages, create offers that excite you. So all these offers that I created, I was like, these are all literally my content pillars. This is literally what I talk about. I talk about business, right? I talk about mindset. I talk about identity, energetics. I talk about money, wealth energetics, right? Money mindset. I talk about normalizing luxury, normalizing overflow, right? That abundance mindset. I talk about feminine embodiment, right? I talk about men leading, pursuing you, and how to embody that, the prize mentality. I love talking about quantum manifestation. I love talking about Joe Dispenza, meditation, right? How to drop into lower brainwave state so that you can enter the quantum field and you can send the signal out and then attract what you want when you're in the quantum field and have mystical experience. Like, I want to talk so much more about this in future videos. But the first point, like, I want to make is trust your gut, trust your natural instincts of these are my interests, these are my hobbies, this is what I want to talk about. Create offers with them confidently. And when you love those topics so much, ladies, they will sell themselves. They will sell themselves. I talk about it 24/7, and now I've already created 7 more offers for 2026, like charisma, the siren and the empress. These all came naturally to me. Why charisma? I literally have upped my game in my identity and visibility that now I'm just like, oh my God, this is it. I want to talk about charisma, right? And I want to talk about making friends, how to be a great conversationalist, because I've literally gone from this side of the spectrum feeling so shy, social anxiety, to literally being the most like social butterfly, the life of the party with friends, making friends wherever I go. Like I will travel any country, to Bali, to Melbourne, to Gold Coast, go on a cruise, and I'll just make friends. By the way, guys, I went on a cruise years ago. I was on a dating show on the cruise and I won. I was on a dating show on a cruise and I won, right? And I had a date with this guy. We got free drinks, whatever. Um, and I was like, wow, old Brenda would not be up on stage. I was up on stage with hundreds of people watching on the cruise. You know how they do events like on cruises? I was on the stage with three other women, and there was one guy, and I won. And we had to answer questions, and the questions were really funny. Like what would you do with a, like with a vacuum cleaner with your day? And they were very like risque sort of questions, and it was just funny. But I went up there and I just had fun and like volunteered myself to go up there, and I made friends on the cruise. So that's how charisma was born, right? For 2026. And then the Siren and the Empress. That's literally the embodiment of what I have been like evolving into the last 10 years, right? Pairing the Siren energy with the Empress energy. Like really stepping into my leadership power, really stepping into like the entrepreneurial, the very like, I don't want to say boss babe. I'm more so like the leadership role, the more so like really stepping into my high self, stepping into my spotlight, really being myself, polarizing online, really going and getting what I want and really putting myself out there and really speaking my mind on social media, on my lives, on my videos, on my content, the Empress, and then pairing that with the Siren, with being able to attract wealthy provider men, being able to attract men that pursue me, spoil me, right? Marriage material men, and pairing those two and how to switch between those two. Because a lot of women, they'll just be in that boss babe, like go getter, like archetype, right? And that repels the masculine provider men. But I've been able to combine them both. That is why I'm able to attract the masculine provider men. You don't attract these men if you're in your masculine. You attract the feminine broke men when you're in your masculine, because the yin and the yang, one's gotta be masculine, one's gonna be feminine. And I won't go through all of the other offers because that'll be, so I swear, this video is going to be another 2-hour video. I have so much to talk about. I already said on Instagram, I'm going to go live today. And then I literally looked at my notes. I was like, it's going to be another 2-hour, even 3-hour live because I have so many notes. Might be a part 3. But then I might move on to more quantum manifest. I have so many to talk about. I'm just so excited, guys. December is going to be a huge month here with lives. I just love lives now. But my point is, do you see how all the offers that I created in 2026 already, if you see my Cyber Monday sale and watch my last live where I kind of explain them all, but they're all extensions of me, an embodiment of me through my own, like how I've transformed and evolved. It's so natural and it is so exciting to talk about. And just like how I'm talking about, like in this live right now, it's free flowing. And in the last live, I talked about the easier your business is, the faster the money will come. The more fun and more authentically you, more aligned, more effortless, more easy, like it comes so natural, the faster the money will come, the faster the sales. By the way, I have no idea where to look at. I'm like, is it filming from here? From here? Where? So I'm just gonna look everywhere on my phone. But so that's the first point, ladies. Follow your gut, follow your instincts, trust it, right? To extrapolate like coaching elements, strategy, the mindset, the identity shifts from me, from other coaches, other content you see online, and then whatever is aligned, make it your own, your unique you. How are you gonna make it your, like, put your imprint on it, right? Whatever nudges, downloads, ideas you get, run with it. Even though I may say do long form, but you're like, I'm a short form girl, you do this, you're a short form girl, like stuff, right? Maybe you are so good at short form and you're really good at doing edits, you're really good at doing reels, and maybe you're more sort of a lifestyle person, whatever you like to do, like run with it, right? Maybe you take my launch strategies and my other like advice and strategies and coaching elements, but you take and you use it with short form, or you use it with TikTok on another platform, or however you like to do it, Facebook groups, I don't know. But you just make it your own and you just follow your gut. And I'm telling you, that is where the money lies. And just trust your gut. You don't need to ask anyone else. You just listen, like digest information, like, oh, you can do it this way, you can do it this way. Like, it's beneficial to do this, and you just get the information right from me or other people. You extrapolate it and you make it your own and you run with it. Don't need validation, permission, right? You can, like, if you work with me, you can let me know. I could be like, oh, here's some ideas on how you can do this or how you can extend this, right? But I will never tell you like that's a bad idea, right? There's multiple ways to do things. And if you're someone who is more aligned in a certain way and that works for you, do it, because everyone does things differently, and it, everyone has different lifestyle and how what they value. Like, I value a lot of spaciousness, and it also depends on your what you call it. So I'm a projector. What do they call human design? It also depends on your human design. So I'm a projector. I'm very much, I need a lot of spaciousness to like to generate my energy. So I'm someone who can't always do short form, short form, short form, short form. Like, I need space to like to relax, to digest, to receive. I am my most highest self when I travel, when I like go to restaurants, when I explore on foot, when I work out, when I'm so into me and nourish me. Then I collect all that energy, and then I go on a live, then I coach, then I do a training, and it's potent as fuck. Then I need to go hibernate for a bit. Then I'll come out again, right? And that's what works for me. Some other women is more like they can just boop boop boop, as in like they can just keep like going. So that's more like generators. Um, like manifesting, there's generators and manifesting generators. So those two are the most like high energy, like with stamina, and they can boom 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 boom. I'm more so projected, where like I need to like do me, observe, learn, whatever, hibernate a bit. Then I'm like boom, potent, do a 2 hour training, all the juiciness, all the value. Then I'll go hibernate. Like, so after this live, I'm gonna go hibernate for a bit. I almost was like, should I do it tomorrow? But like, no, I am very passionate today. I want to do it today. By the way, guys, I just came back from Inala in Brisbane, which is like the Vietnamese town of Brisbane. And if you saw my Instagram stories, I ate the egg noodle soup with the crispy chicken. So good. But I also had, if you can't tell, Vietnamese coffee, which makes you psycho, which I am more energized. And you guys know from my lives already, I'm pretty like, I'm passionate when I talk, but I'm even more now. So I need to take a sip of water. But I'm already so excited for this live. And it's already 23 minutes in, and we've only just done the first point. So the next one, ladies, is who are you in between sales? Right? Are you a woman who can stay calm, collected, like nothing's changed? You're abundant, you're overflowing, right? You're so indifferent, you're just chill, you're just like whatever, you're just doing your thing, you go to the gym, you're relaxing, you're like, oh, sell, no sell, whatever, right? Are you just indifferent? Or are you spiraling? Are you getting anxious? Are you checking, right? Your Kajabi, your Stripe dashboard, refreshing your email, looking at more likes, more views, more engagement, right? You're stressed out, you're spiraling, worst case scenarios. If I don't make another sale, I'm not gonna be able to make rent. If I don't get another sale, I'm not gonna be able to pay for this, right? Already like kind of energy, right? And you're already thinking, oh my God, like entrepreneurship is not for me, like the anxiety of up and down, right? So are you the first woman or are you the second woman, right? Are you gonna instead double down, right, on that you are the creator of your reality, right? Double downing on who you are, the power of you, right? Remembering that you are the creator of your life, that everything moves in tandem to you, in respect to you, right? Everything moves and mirrors you and your energy and your identity, your thoughts, your self concept, how convicted you are in yourself, right? This is a very important element. If you're able to train yourself in that moment where you know you're about to tip over the edge of that anxiety of about to like, you're spiraling down, you're not spiraling upwards, you're spiraling down, where you're like checking, right? Any new likes, any new inquiries, checking your DMs, checking your dashboard, right? Are you in the lack frequency or are you in the different? I'm like, it doesn't phase you. Your identity is already, I'm a wealthy woman. I'm an abundant woman. Things always work out for me, right? And this is not an overnight thing. Yes, you have to work at it, right? You have to keep at it, right? Eventually you get to the point where it's quicker. You snap out of it quickly. I'm not saying everyone's perfect, that I don't get into those moments where I'm like a bit like, right? A bit like squirrely. We all have those moments, but the more you practice this, right? Instead of spiraling downwards, you're spiraling upwards, where you're just so indifferent about it. You're like, of course, someone's gonna enroll. Like, of course, someone's gonna buy my course. Who wouldn't? Like in my previous videos too, right? You're entitled, you put yourself at the top. Money, clients, people, men at the bottom. You're at the top, and they are always funneling up to you. So when clients, money, sales, men are at the top and you're at the bottom, how can they funnel to you? Right? Now you're looking up at what you want. Now you're putting it on a pedestal. Now you're begging for it. Now you're chasing it, right? So I want to talk about an example. I want to go back to the example that I used in the first one. So in March, April, my March and April dipped from February, right? And instead of spiraling and going, oh my God, right? What if it goes down even more, right? Instead of that, right? I doubled down on who the fuck I was. I did not let it phase me. I was like, oh, that just means more money's coming to me, right? That just means that I'm going to explode. That just is preparing me for me to 10x, right? And like I mentioned, I 3x my income, right? From February, March, like it dipped lower, right? And then instead of like continuing to spiral down and creating stories and assumptions of like, I'm not meant for entrepreneurship, people don't like my content, I'm not valuable, who's gonna buy from me? But you know, all these like stories that are just lies, right? Like you have to assign positive meaning to your dips, ladies, right? When clients are not signing, you need to train yourself to assign positive meaning to it, right? So it's just preparing me to 10x my income, right? Clients are always looking at my content. I may not see it, I may not see their likes or comments or engagement, but they're always watching. They're literally saving up money right now. They've created a bank account, right? Like this is to work with Brenda. This is to work with Lauren, with Sally, right? I'm manifesting to work with her. I want to be in her course. You may not even see it, but you are going to create stories, right? And assumptions, using the law of assumption on creating stories on how it's going to serve you, creating stories of why you are abundant, why you're a sought after coach, right? Why you are high in demand coach and entrepreneur, right? Because everything is you pushed out. So your power is in how you assign meaning to everything, right? The power is in how you assign meaning to your undesired circumstances. When you can't see the money, you can't see the clients, right? And this is in your love life too. You haven't seen the type of man that you want, or you have been attracting the type of like feminine broke men, right? You're gonna assign meaning to that, positive meaning, that this only means that I'm learning more of what I don't want. And it just means that I'm just gonna attract the most loving, generous love of my life, my dream husband, right? How are you going to assign meaning? what positive meaning that is going to serve you and what you want. You got to get good at that. You cannot continue to spiral downwards, right? Always think, I have the choice. Am I going to assign meaning to spiral upwards or spiral downwards, right? Because it snowballs either way, right? So if you're going to assign positive meaning, it's going to snowball upwards. It's going to go upwards and go upwards, right? And it's going to get better. It's going to get better. Just like in the analogy of negative people, cynical people who are always saying something negative about everything, complaining about, oh, they didn't do this, the service is horrible, this place is ugly, like, it doesn't work like that, oh man, bad. When they just talk about everything that's bad. And they never mention like the good things about everything. And it's kind of exhausting sometimes to be around these people. And then you find like they're always coming to you with so many problems. And it's because they're just so negative all the time. If you think negative, right? You talk negative, right? You assume the worst case scenario. Guess what? You're going to attract more of that. But again, if you assume, you expect, you create stories and thoughts of this is only benefiting me, you're spiraling upwards, right? So assign positive meaning, right? When you are not having a good day, you're feeling a bit off, right? And tell yourself, I'm literally at the edge of a breakthrough, always, right? When something undesired happens, you're just like, I'm at the verge, the precipice of a breakthrough, right? You know how, so the world is like the yin and the yang. So the world has ups, it has down. It has the sun, it has the darkness, right? It has, you feel happy, you feel sad. In order to feel happy, everyone needs to experience sadness. In order to experience happiness, right, you have to understand what is not happiness, right? And vice versa. So whenever it goes a dip, it always has to go up because the world operates in polarity, up and down, the yin and the yang, positive, negative, is always up and down. So when you're in a down, you're not feeling right, you're a bit off, a bit unaligned, right? Undesired circumstances, literally assign yourself the meaning that I'm literally, right when you go down, that dip where it goes up, you're like, I'm at the verge here. It's about to get good. It's about to get good. Tell yourself that, right? Again, everything's all about stories, assumptions, your self-concept, how you relate to things. So, and in my last live, I talked about you don't need to understand things about spirits, angels, guides, even quantum physics, even God. If it benefits you, just do it. Just go with it. What are you going to lose? What are you going to lose? Same goes with assign positive meaning. You may not understand the concept of how the world is you pushed down, but you're just going to think positive thoughts. You're just going to keep saying, I get what I want. Things always work out for me. Money flows to me fast and effortlessly. What are you going to lose? What are you going to lose? Right? But I'm saying the world is you pushed out, and the world is always mirroring your thoughts, speech patterns, how you act, how you show up, your identity, your self-concept. Okay. So another thing I want to talk about is that we are actually the most motivated, right? The most motivated, the most, like, how do I explain this? We are the most motivated, and we get the most, like, life-changing lessons, important lessons that we learn, right? And have the biggest realizations in lives and breakthroughs right after a setback. How many of you ladies have experienced this? After a breakthrough, after a very low point, you've been at rock bottom, you've experienced depression, right? A falling out with someone, right? A job didn't go right, maybe you got fired. But after that, wow, you got into the best shape of your life. you really found yourself, discovered yourself, developed deep self-love after that breakup. Now you know more of what you don't want, what you want, what is aligned to you, right? Maybe a job like fired you, or you got laid off, or you quit your job, but then you found another job that pays you twice as much, and the people who work there you have so much fun with, they're your besties, right? Do you see how this analogy of you are the most motivated, the most life-changing things happen, the biggest breakthroughs and lessons in life always come right after a setback or a failure, right? After something not turning out to be how we wanted it to turn out, right? How we thought it would go, and what we preferred, right? It's always disguised as something bad at first, undesired, and you may be a little cranky about it. You may be a little sad, frustrated about it. You may be like, "Why is this happening to me, universe?" Right? Like, why do you keep testing me? Why does this keep happening? Right? But the universe is actually putting you in a certain state of mind, a low point, so that you have time to rest. You have time to like lean back, take a step back, right? To reflect, to audit your life, right? Where you are more prone to looking for opportunities, looking for other ways, other pathways, right? Getting back up even stronger and finding a more aligned like pathways and a timeline that is more aligned to you. So always think of setbacks, failures. I put in quotations because I don't count them as failures. But whenever you go through one of those ladies, always tell yourself, I'm at the precipice of going up. And this is disguised as a setback, but it's actually the slingshot pulling you back before it explodes and you propel forward. Right? It's always disguised as that. And ladies, you will understand that all your setbacks, the breakups, all the frogs that you kissed, right? All of that shapes you. It creates resilience, right? It creates a more stronger and powerful you with greater intuition, greater discernment, right? More confidence, more conviction in yourself, self-trust in all those failures, right? It's always adding to you to create the big, high, like highest version of yourself. And a lot of the times you may think again it's a setback, but it's in that particular circumstance is that missing piece or that puzzle piece of what you need to be that highest version of yourself. You needed to go through that breakthrough so you can develop that self-love, because your highest self is so self-assured, so convicted, so confident in herself, right? And so you need to train yourself every time you're in that circumstance to remind yourself that this is just shaping me. This is benefiting me. So any circumstance you're in, you will become a powerful woman, a very wise woman. You're going to be able to manifest anything you desire very easily and very effortlessly. Money's going to come to you. Clients are going to sign with you. You're going to close a lot of deals, a lot of offers. When you understand and you believe anything undesired is always disguised as a benefit to you. And what you want is coming because of that undesired circumstance. It's shaping you, is detouring you to a more aligned path. So be grateful for it. When you're grateful for it, guess what happens? You're in the state of gratitude, abundance. And when you're in that state, we're spiraling upwards. We're spiraling upwards on that consciousness table, right? Gratitude is at the very top, with love, with joy, right? With like indifference. When you can be at peace with yourself, with the world could be burning, right? Your business is not like making the money you want to make it. The world could be burning, right? But you're like, I'm good. It's all working out for me, right? I'm good. I'm set, right? The money's coming in. I don't know how, but I trust it. It's all working out in my favor. Okay. So I thank like my old self, all my stories of how I went through a lot of frogs, a lot of painful breakups, right? Because in those moments, I had to be in that state of mind, that the pain, right, that pushed me to seek out different ways to heal my anxious attachment style, right? To seek out certain coaches to teach me how to embody a deeper sense of self-love, to embody the prize mentality, right? To put myself on a pedestal, right? And to do less and receive and get more from men in my business as well, doing less, right? How do I embody my feminine? How do I learn how to receive, right? I needed to go through all of that so I can learn the important lessons along the way to become the woman that I am today, the abundant, wealthy woman that I am today. So back again, like always think, always assign the positive and beneficial meaning to everything. Most importantly, negative, undesired circumstances, right? So, oopsies. Oh my God. What did I just do? So, ladies, when it comes to business, again, when you have no sales, like how your identity in between sales, who you are in between sales, right? When there's no sales, less sales, your income is dipping. You got to think, ooh, this just means more is about to come through, flood through, right? The less sales now, right? This just means my bank account is going to explode very soon, right? So the up and down moment, right? Always think, oh, it's going down, but it's about to go spike up, right? And a lot of things in life, ladies, things don't last long for a very long time at a low or at a very low point. It always has to go up at some point. So always get excited that it's about to go up. I'm getting prepared for it to explode. I'm getting prepared for my business, my sales to blow up, right? And again, you always want to assume the most beneficial, the most like positive, like assumption, right? Story narrative of what is happening to your life, right? It's not beneficial to you, and why would you think of the worst case scenario? Because it's only going to be negative. It's only going to put you in a downward spiral. It's only going to get worse if you think worse. So what can you do now to put you in an upward spiral? And you have to train your nervous system to be in a state of abundance, right? In a state of overflow, right? No matter if you're making sales or not, right? So how you feel when sales are coming through, right, is exactly how you feel when sales are not coming through. There's no sales. You feel the same way. You're up here when there's a lot of sales. You're up here when there's no sales, and you stay that way, right? And that is how you create consistent sales, right? And the more of a roller coaster you are with your emotions, right? You're feeling anxiety, you're feeling lack, then you feel abundance, then you feel lack, right? That is then exactly how the sales and the money is going to reflect back to you and respond to you, which means up, down, up, down, up, down. We don't want to ride that up, down roller coaster of money, right? So the more stable we are with our nervous system and our identity, right? Our identity doesn't change. We are wealthy, abundant, limitless women, no matter what our 3D is showing us. And if we can hold that energy, again, the world is us pushed down. So the more we can hold that energy at a high frequency, I'm always abundant, I'm always provided for, right? Money flows to me effortlessly, fast and effortlessly. People want to pay me all the time, throw money at me all the time. Hold that identity no matter where you are on the scale with sales, right? The cells are going to start going from like this. Now it's more like this. Now it's more like it's just going up. It's just going up. It's stabilizing, right? But you have to work on your nervous system, right? So manifestation requires emotional neutrality with everything, right? You have to start making like a dip, right? Means something about your worth. So you can't say, oh, I'm making no sales means like I'm unworthy, I have no value to give, entrepreneurship is, I'm not cut out for that, right? Like I should probably quit and go back to my 9 to 5. We're not creating those stories, right? You cannot make your income dips, how much you're making, how low you're making, has to do something about your value or your worth. Because I'm telling you, it's gonna be up and down, right? Especially when you first start out. Right? You really have to learn how to regulate your nervous system and have neutrality, right? No matter where you are in business, you're always wealthy, you're always abundant, and a limitless, powerful woman. You create your reality. So every time you look at your Stripe, your Kajabi dashboard, your followers, your views, right? And you decide your identity from how many views, how many followers you have, right? Right. Sorry, my notes skipped a thing. Oh, here we go. Ah! Oh, here we go. Sorry, something deleted. So yeah, every time you look at your Stripe, your Kajabi, your followers, your views, right? And you decide your identity from that, right? You are resetting your manifestation. You are resetting your manifestation, right? You're going back to lack. You're going back to you are not there yet. You're still trying, right? You're like, oh, I only got 5 followers. Oh, I only got this many people watching this. Oh, I only got this many sales. What is that broadcasting? That you don't have it, right? What is that broadcasting? You're still trying. You're not there yet. So again, you're resetting back to I'm not in overflow. I'm not in abundance. I'm not a sought after coach. You're going back to reset. You're resetting it all over again. So the less you keep checking your 3D for evidence, right? For clients, for sales, for your engagement, for your followers, subscribers, back to reset. Right? You're not at your end point, your wish fulfilled, right? You're back to I don't have the clients, I'm in lack, I don't have the money, I don't have the sales, I don't have what I want, right? I'm not experiencing it. That's not my reality. I'm not in the embodiment of it. So you have to realize that, ladies. So who you are in between sales is going to determine how much sales you're going to get and how big it's going to get, how consistent it will be. So how I talked about in training 1, part 1 of this training, right? To work on your visibility wounds, to work on your fear of being seen, to level up your consciousness, right? And to make sure that you are aligned with everything in business, everything you do in business, right? That will give you better, faster, bigger results, right? Than focusing on doing more, posting more, right? Another important business strategy that I want to talk about is that what I just mentioned before is prioritizing regulating your nervous system. So you cannot receive overflow if your body always goes back into survival mode every time something like slows down. So together with, like I mentioned in training part 1, work on visibility wounds, work on your fear of being seen, and then work on nervous system. Those 3 things, right? I haven't even mentioned yet anything about content, anything about either business strategy or anything. I'm talking about visibility wounds, fear of being seen, fear of not belonging, right? And your nervous system, right? So don't focus on how can I post more, blah, blah, blah. Work on you need to be aligned. You need to be your authentic self, right? You cannot be scared to like not say what you want to say, like not scared to not like rock the boat to offend someone, but you can when you are not yourself online, people can't feel you, and you need to feel you, resonate, connect with you in order to invest in you. So on my last training, I talked about how there's no point in posting 7 times a week if you're showing up and you're level 2 consciousness, right? It's better you post 1 time a week, right? And you're level 10 consciousness, because what you are posting is like locked in. What you're posting is like That the people who are reading, watching, whatever that piece of content is, it's like, oh my God, this is what I've been waiting for. This is what I needed. She's my dream coach, right? She's saying everything that I've been thinking. I resonate so much with her. Then if you're level 2, where all your fears is there, where you're a bit shy, where you're not really convicted, your confidence isn't there, right? They are not going. They can read all 7 posts that you posted that week because you're doing more, you're being consistent, right? They can read all of that, but they're like, scroll up. Scroll up, right? As opposed to that one piece of content, right? Where you're like, oh, wow, she's good, right? So together with that, nervous system regulation, like I talked about, right? Who are you in between sales, right? Are you spiraling down, or are you keeping emotional neutrality where you're just always abundant, you're always in overflow, provided for, and everything just works out? You don't know how, but you're just in that energy, right? So you have to hold the frequency of being a woman who always wins all the time. Everything works out for her, right? And not just sometimes, right? Not just when it's going amazing, right? Not when the sales are coming through, you're earning a lot of money. When nothing is happening, when nothing, nada, zero sales are coming through, right? You have to hold the frequency of, I'm always winning, I'm always successful. And again, like I said, assign positive meaning to it. And even though I just said nothing is happening, there is no such thing as nothing is happening, because something is always happening. So it's working out for you, right? Behind the scenes, ladies, pieces are always moving. The right people are finding you, right? And you can't see with your own eyes, right? You can't see what is happening, but people are being led to your page, to your business, right? To your content. Maybe they're telling their friends and you don't even know. Obviously, they're in freaking America, they're freaking in like Europe or wherever, Australia, wherever, in a different country, different state, right? You don't even know what's happening. There could be someone who's like that love your page. They've never commented, never engaged with you, and they're telling their best friends, you gotta follow this chick. I got this DM one time from this girl, and she enrolled in, oh my God, the light. She enrolled in Dream Girl Academy, and she's like, I just told 5 friends about you, and they all need to invest in you. Like, your Dream Girl Academy is so good. Like, it changed my life. And she, maybe you've seen this testimony. She said, I have invested in coaches for the last 8 to 10 years in feminine embodiment and dating. I've learned more from you, from your Dream Girl Academy, from 8 to 10 years of doing the work. I've learned more from me, right, from my Dream Girl Academy, right? And then she went off and told all her friends that they need to invest in the membership. So like I said, there's no such thing as nothing is happening. There's always something happening behind the scenes, working in your favor, right? There's people like lurking, watching. You don't even know. Like, I'm gonna give you some examples. I remember waking up from bed, checking my email. I don't normally. No, I don't. Was it when I woke up from bed? No, it was later in the afternoon. Later in the afternoon, I just like looked at my email. I was just having a good day. Looked at my email. I was like, $8,000 just came through. I was like, ooh, right. And then I noticed this girl signed up to one of my private coaching containers, right? I never talked to her, never even noticed her watching my stories, engaging my content, even watching my YouTube video, never commented on anything, right? Then boom, looked at my email on a random day in the afternoon, $8,000 straight in my Kajabi bank account, paid in full for a private coaching package, right, at the time, right? So you need to assume all the time, right, and expect, right? Every time I sell, every time I speak about my offer, people are interested. They're listening, right? They're watching me. They're hearing me talk about my offer. They're hearing me what's included, what's the transformation, what's it all about. People are watching. They're one step closer. They're 10 steps closer to investing in me, right? Always think that, ladies. Every time you sell, someone is on the verge of investing in me. You gotta have that mindset. How many of you ladies have sold something, or you're going to sell something, and you're like, oh, like, is anyone gonna watch my stories? Is anyone gonna watch my videos? Does anyone even care? Right? No. Again, whatever you're thinking is gonna hold true. right? People are always watching and they're listening, and it's like being fed to them again, again, and again. Oh, you're learning about her offer more. She's dropping the name more, right? Like, for example, her membership. Like, you gotta, like, even for me, when I hear, like, watch some, like a coach's live video, Instagram post, whatever, like, I hear about their offer, mastermind, container, private coaching, membership, whatever it is. I need to see it like a certain amount of times, right, before I buy it. I want to hear all about it. I want to hear what it's all about, what's included, like the experience of it, right? Everything about it. Then I need to watch all the content where I get an idea of how they coach, what their personality is like, right? So people are always watching. You got to remember that. Another example is that I was selling an offer, but I shared the offer with the countdown on Instagram. You know how it counts down the time before like early bird ends or whatever the launch time ends, right? I remember I posted that 3 to 4 times on that day, 24 hours before. One the morning of, the afternoon, and then a few hours before, right? Before like it closed or whatever, and then 1 hour before, right? And then after every single post, I would get a new sign up. Like, so this is Instagram stories where I'd be like 3 hours left, 1 hour left before the price goes up or before it closed. I don't remember what it was, but I posted 4 times as reminders with the countdown timer on Instagram stories throughout the 24 hours, right? 12 hours left, 9 hours left, 3 hours, 1 hour, whatever it was. And after I would post it, I'd notice, oh, someone signed up. Then after I post another countdown timer, oh, someone else signed up, right? Up until few minutes before the timer ran out, people were still signing up. I was having sales come through my email. And in that moment, ladies, I realized people are always effing watching. So do not ever think, oh, I'm bothering people. I need to sell less. Like, I don't want to annoy people. Like, people even watching, right? From that experience and multiple other experiences, right? Like, people want to be sold to, right? They just need reminders, right? Urgency, right? 4 days before early bird closes, 3 days before. And so you need to stay the course. And this is what I teach you in Get Paid to Exist. You need to stay the course of the sale. You may not even have sales until the day of before it closes. Like, I also, when I was selling Get Paid to Exist, right? 2 clients enrolled into Get Paid to Exist, right? I think it was like the day before or the day of before it went up to early bird, or it was at pre-sale, I think, and then it went up to pre-sale early bird or something. And I kept sending, at the time I was doing emails, so I kept sending reminders and emails right until the very last day or the day of, I had the signups. So again, more evidence of people are always watching. People are always, they have their credit cards out, right? Your job is to remind them, right? I have an amazing offer, right? And it's going to change your life. There's 3 hours left. You need to hop in, right? 3 hours left. You wanna get an insane price at the lowest price. You gotta hop in, right? That is your job, right? You gotta go ham. You may think no one's watching. Who cares? People are annoyed that I keep selling. People are effing watching, right? People are watching. Just like when I did this sale for my Cyber Monday, right? I did the sale across two it was 2 days, but on the last day, right, I had even more signups. And if I based it on the very first day of like, oh, people don't care, like it's only like 48 hours. If I based on the first day, oh, I wouldn't have gone the second day sales of all the people who flocked in, right? You gotta stay the course. You have to literally train yourself to think people are always watching. When I sell, people buy, right? You gotta have that assumption, that expectation. People want to throw money at me. They have the credit cards out ready to pay me. My job is to remind them who the fuck I am and remind them that my offer is what they need, right? And then obviously create content around that and bring value to that, right? But you have to stay the course, and you have to remember that you cannot create negative assumptions of like people don't want to like see me selling, like I'm annoying people. No, like when you go into Target, when you go anywhere, what do you see? Signs, this for sale. Oh, buy two, get for $5. When there's always signs. And like Target's emailing you, Kmart's emailing you, Meijer, these are some Australian brands. Like everywhere is freaking emailing you 24/7, right? And and of course, I want to see what sales you have. Like, oh, that perfume's on sale, right? That top's on sale. Like, yeah, like I'm not mad at it. Like, I want to get 2 for $5. Like, I'm not mad at this. I can get that for the price of one. Like, sell me. Like, tell me what your offers are. Right? I'm out here with my credit card. Go into any shoe shop, any clothing store, right? Anywhere. They're all selling. So why aren't you selling in your business? Right? Why aren't you balls to the wall going ham on like, this is my offer, right? 2 hours left. You better get in, right? Just like Cyber Monday, just like Black Friday sales. How many of you ladies got a gazillion emails from Black Friday, right? And you're probably looking through like all the ones that are interest to you. Like, oh, I could get this off. Oh, 30% off this, right? You want to be sold to because you want to get the discount. So why wouldn't your clients want to be sold to? They do, right? You're attracting your aligned clients by your content. Of course, they want to be sold to. You mean I can get this and get a bonus month? I'm signing up now. You mean I get to work with you with this bonus thing, this incentive for at the lowest price? I'm going to go hop in now, right? So on YouTube, whether you're posting videos, you're doing lives, right? You're doing emails, you're promoting your offer, right? There's a deadline and there's an urgency to whatever it is, whatever launch phase you're in, right? Before the price goes up, you need to stay the course and promote it. Talk about your offer 24/7, right? Over and over again. Like I mentioned, people need to be well acquainted with your offer. If you are not annoyed talking about your offer because you've been repeating it 100, 500 times, you're not selling enough, ladies. You're not selling enough. You got to feel like you know your offer like the back of your freaking hand, like the ins and outs. You know, every training, you know, the exact like point A to point B, right? You know everything about it, right? You're repeating it over and over. You're a broken record. If you're not a broken record and you don't believe you're a broken record, you're not selling enough. Because I'm telling you, there's so many times where new people are going to come in, right? You need to be saying the name of your offer, the transformation, right? What are you going to be coaching about? What are you going to be like teaching about? How is this going to change their lives? Right? How it's your signature offer, like social proof of other clients, whatever it is, right? Trust me when I say always new people are coming in, right? And they need to be quickly introduced to the name of your offer. The quicker someone comes to your page and they're watching your training, they're like, oh my God, I love everything she's saying, right? And then they quickly already know the name of your offer. And that one piece of content, that one video, that one post, they already know the name of your offer and you've explained it, right? In that video, every piece of content you best believe you'd be selling. You gotta flip your sales mindset. It's public service for me to sell. It's public service for me to sell, right? I'm only benefiting the world because I'm giving you exactly what you want. I'm teaching you how to earn more money. I'm teaching you how to create your own dream online business where you can create financial freedom. I'm teaching you how to attract a dream husband, right? How to be spoiled to receive princess treatment, right? I'm literally giving you value. I'm literally giving you your dream, your goal, right? That is public service. So it's in service to promote your offer. It's in service to let the world know, align clients, your audience know that you have their magic sauce. You can provide them the solution to what they've been struggling with for months, for years, their entire life, whatever it is, right? And people need to see and watch your content and hear about it 7 to 10 times, touch points about your offer in many different ways. Maybe one's a video, maybe one's it's a post, maybe one is an email, right? Or maybe it's 10 back-to-back like lives, whatever it is. But people need to keep coming back and hearing about it at least 7 to 10 times before they even consider, this is just considering, to consider purchasing and investing in you. And Do you understand how much you need to sell now? Right? You may think, oh, I talk about it all the time. There'll be people, I'm telling you, they're like, I don't know anything about you. I don't even know your offers. Right? Maybe they just watched your video. Maybe you didn't even talk about your offer, but you have it in the description box. But you didn't talk about your offer. You need to talk about your offer, ladies. Okay. Oh my God, the light. Okay. So let's talk about why you are unconsciously what you are unconsciously doing in your business that is sabotaging your success, right? And the time it takes for you to actually close sales. So spending hours, spending days, spending weeks, months, even years sitting on, like, I gotta wait till my LLC is ready, my ABN, my trademark, right? Working on your logo, your website, your branding, your cover photo, your thumbnail photo for your offers, right? Do not waste time on any of these things. Like, it does not matter. Do not waste time like saying that you need to get your ABN first before you get started, right? You must get trademarked first, right? You must get all your legalities, all the legal stuff, right? Like in ducks in a row before you start, right? You have to do it at the same time. So a lot of women always have the excuse of, I gotta get my ABN, which is the Australian business number because I'm in Australia, or I need to get my LLC, or I need to like do a bunch of stuff, right? You got to be doing it at the same time, right? So create your content, sell your offer, then go on the website to get and sign up for your ABN or LLC or whatever. And the name is different in every country, so I don't know what it is in America, but I've been hearing LLC. But in Australian is either ABN or ACM. Australian company number, Australian business number. So depending on what business you have, company you have, or whatever aligns with your business, right? You need to start selling and start closing sales, right? As you are figuring out logistics. You cannot say like, oh, I'm still waiting, like it's 2 weeks. I'm still waiting back to hear like from my ABN. Well, in those 2 weeks, you best believe you be creating YouTube videos or content on Instagram or whatever platform you want to start your business on, right? You cannot use it as a crutch, as a procrastination technique, like excuse of why you can't start your business yet. When you have fears, ladies, when you are not all in, you look for any excuse of why you can't do something, why you can't create content, why you can't sell. You look for any excuse. I'm telling you, ladies. So stop working on your ABN, whatever business certificate you need, license you need, whatever, right? Don't work on your logo. Don't work on your website. Don't work on your branding. Don't work on your, it does not, like, people don't buy from that, right? So get your ABN, get your legalities figured out as you do the actual content, as you do your business, as you actually sign clients, right? You got to be doing it now. Don't push it back, right? You're going to, trust me, when you push it back, you're going to create more reasons why you can't do it yet. You'll find another reason. You'll find, like, I need a new camera. I need better lighting before I start. I need a good background before I start, right? You think of something. You will think of something. I'm just waiting for my Amazon order before I start, right? So I personally know a lot of ladies that have been sitting on their dreams for 3 to 5, 10 years, right? Waiting for some paperwork to come, some certification before they can start creating content, adding value, signing clients, right? Getting the money now, right? And actually replacing their 9 to 5, right? And actually creating the business of their dreams, right? No one is ever buying from your offers based on your logo, right? Have you ever seen a logo from me? Have you ever seen a logo from me? On, it's just Brenda Lee, right? No one buys from a logo, right? No one is buying based on what my cover photo looks like, what my thumbnail looks like for my offers, right? I literally slap on a photo that I took, right, throughout my like life. Like, I was at the beach that day, looks nice, boom. Right? Like I don't need to spend 10 grand on a branding shoot, right? You like I've seen coaches as well, they literally take a photo of like their YouTube thumbnail, like, and that is their offer like cover photo. Right? You don't need some crazy like shoot, right? That's themed. Yes, you can do it down the line when you have multiple six figures, seven figures. You can do the brand shoot because you've got the business now, you got extra income in, right? And that's your full-time gig, right? That's your baby. Of course, you want to improve it. Like now I have a website, right? Because now I'm more like established. But back then, like I don't freaking need a website. Like I'll sell through my Kajabi checkout page, right? I just sell using the sales page that they have on Kajabi. Like I don't need to create an extra website. I just do it now so everything's in one spot and people can look through all my offers. And again, ladies, no one cares about branding. You may think I need like the right font, I need the right colors. No one cares about that. Yes, it's an element of like your whole business, your persona, right? But they don't actually invest from your branding. Unless your business is you're a designer, then yes, because that is your business card, how you brand yourself, your website, your projects. That is your juice. That is your, why they would hire you to design things, right? But I'm talking about as a coach and a content creator. No one freaking cares about branding. Yes, again, it's a nice shiny thing you can do down the line when you're all in your business making multiple 6, 7 plus figures, right? It's an extra thing you can invest in. But right now, no one cares about that. They care about, can you help them, right? Can they resonate with you, right? Do they feel aligned with you as a coach? How you speak, your personality, right? Can you help them? Why would you be a benefit of them? If you cannot articulate that, no one freaking cares about your branding. No one freaking cares about your cover photo. No one freaking cares about your logo, right? No one cares about the colors you have that may be pretty, right? Your brand shoes, no one cares about how pretty those photos are when they know nothing about you. They can't resonate with you. You don't have strong values, strong beliefs. It's not polarizing. It's not controversial where they're like, oh, love this coach. Oh, this coach activates me. They need to feel that, right? If you need to be like a no-brainer choice to them, right? For you, that they will choose you because they know that you can help them get towards their goals so much faster than they ever could themselves, right? And if you're able to do that, your sales will be popping. You'll be easily, you'll be able to replace your 9 to 5 and then scale up on that, 10x that, right? Always think like my content. Number one is your content, right? Your personality, right? How would you be a benefit of them? Am I educating them? Right? Am I giving them strategies? Am I shifting their mindset? Am I activating them? Am I helping them move towards their higher self, towards their goals? Why would they come back to watch my videos? That is what you should be concentrating on. Not your branding, not your logo, not your ABN. Like, yes, again, like do it as you create content. Don't wait until until it comes through. Whether trademark, whatever. Start now. People are wasting weeks, months, years doing all of that. They're like, oh, I need to like spend a whole month on my website. I need to spend a whole month on designing my thumbnails, my course, like cover photo. No one cares. No one's going to buy from that. They're going to buy. Literally, I have bought from coaches that don't even have a photo. It's an AI photo, right? That they've made like an AI photo of a girl. Like, and it's like a dating course. I'll buy that because I heard you talked so many times on your Instagram reels, and your posts and your stories are amazing. That's why I bought it. I didn't buy it from your cover photo, right? I didn't buy it because it was so pretty. I bought it because I know you would deliver on your content, on how you're going to help me, right? You got to remember that. Oh, this video is going to be so long, but we're going to go for it. I've got so many. Now, ladies, we're going to get into the content pillars, right? Of what you should be creating content about. These are like highly converting content. So a lot of you ladies are maybe like willy-nilly creating content of whatever you want to create on. But I'm telling you, you gotta focus on this, especially when you get started, right? And when you have some sort of outline and structure on how you're going to really draw the right type of clients in and really connect with them, because people don't buy because it's like a course. They buy you, the person behind it. Why would I invest in someone if I don't resonate with a story? Right? If they're not funny, entertaining, or I don't like them, I don't like their lifestyle is not cool. Like I only invest in coaches where I know them. Like I remember investing in this coach because she watched The Bachelor, Bachelorette as well. Like, right? I like to follow coaches who like the same things as I do. Some girly things. They like Taylor Swift, right? They're funny. They like to dance or whatever it is, right? People need to know you. They need to know your stories, right? So the first thing is storytelling content, right? Especially when you get started, if you're creating content and people don't know nothing about you, right? You have to remember you are your number one testimonial. You're your own first testimonial. And people need to know the ins and outs of your story. When they're able, again, they need to know you, they need to feel you to invest in you. So you need to be sharing micro stories of your own experiences, of your own transformations throughout your whole journey. So, what were the turning points for you? Ladies, again, write this down. These are really good, right? What were the turning points for you? What is your unique story, right? Where you went from point A to point B, and then maybe point C, then point D, right? What was your why, your strong why, right? And your audience again needs to feel you, they need to connect with you and need to feel your embodied authority through your own experience, because you went from here, now you're here, and now you can coach on your journey. They need to see that of, oh yeah, I was on the other side of the spectrum, like nowhere where I am today, but I got here doing this, right? Why? Because they need to see, oh my god, she was she was once where now I am today, right? She gets me. Why would you hire a coach that hasn't been where you are and now they're on the other side and have achieved what you want? People only invest in people where they're like, wow, she had it hard. Like she went through it, right? But she was still able to get here. And especially if they can resonate with your story, like, oh, I'm a designer too. Brenda was a designer. Right, Brenda did fitness coaching. I did fitness coaching. Now I want to do business coaching. And now she's in business coaching. Like, I want to learn how she went from there to there, right? Because they know the story, right? Because you've story told this. You've shared your micro stories along the way, right? Like she was a whole other person, right? And I can relate to that because who she was back then, that's me right now, right? If she could do it, that means I can do it too, right? So ladies, write down, do this for your business, write down 10 to 20 micro stories of your journey from A to B, right? And you want to share this throughout all your content, through your lives, YouTube videos, through your Instagram posts, carousel stories, whatever, right? I'm going to give you some examples of what micro stories are, what I've shared online. So I've shared with you ladies, right, that how I grew up, how I was raised, like what my parents were like and how that impacted me, right? The bullying I went through, feeling anxious, right? How I throw up before doing an oral presentation whenever I have to do a speech. How I did homeschooling for grade 12 because I had that bad of social anxiety, right? The first year of university, I did one thing that scared me every single day until like I completely transformed my identity. Exposure therapy, rejection therapy, right? I was like, if I want to be that confident, sexy, magnetic woman, well, I cannot be shy. I cannot be hiding. So I'm going to I'm going to initiate conversations. I'm going to talk to strangers. I'm going to get what I freaking want. I'm going to strut it like I got it all. Right? Right? You guys have heard that story. How I built 3 6-figure online businesses, fitness coaching, brand design, mindset and business coaching, right? And those are the big ones, right? But I've done other ones as well, but those are the main ones, right? I've told the story of that. I told the story of my experiences with past boyfriends, men, dates, right? How they went, right? How I was cheated on, how I was treated, right? And then how did I get to the point of now I'm spoiled, right? With the dates I go on, how do I attract more wealthy men? How I attracted multimillionaires, right? I shared how I manifested moving to Gold Coast, how I moved to Melbourne, how I moved to Bali, right? And these are just a few of my micro stories. So what are your micro stories of your journey of, like, whether it's in money, whether it's in business, whether it's in nutrition, fitness, whatever it is, whatever niche industry you're in, right? Whatever you're coaching on, whatever it is, like, show the point A to point B. I was this way, right? Then I transformed my identity to this way. I told myself I didn't want to do this anymore. I told myself, like, this is not who I want to be, right? So I did this to change my life. People want to hear these stories. These are life changing. These are the stories that will make people resonate, connect deeply with you, and want to invest in you. They're gonna be like I had a DM from one girl. She's like, it's either you or no one, Brenda, right? You are the one that I want to invest in. You're the one that I want to do one-on-one coaching with. There's no one else, because your unique story is what I connect to. A lot of women tell me, I connect with you so much. I invest in you because you do business, you do money, and you do luxury dating and attracting wealthy provider men, right? There's not many women who do all of this, right? There's women who maybe just do the dating, but they don't have the business. They don't have the money. Or there's women who just do the business and the money, but they don't do the feminine embodiment. Maybe they do the business, but then maybe they do 50-50, right? My unique quality is because I do the spectrum of everything, right? And I'm ever growing. So when people come in, they grow with me and grow with me more and more and more. And I evolve more. Then I create more offers that excite me along the way, right? So what is your uniqueness, right? And it's through your stories. You got to tell your stories. Every single video you do, whether it's YouTube live, YouTube videos, reels, start sharing your story, right? People need to know the ins and out of you, of how you got here, from here to here, right? So your audience needs to understand you, feel connected to you, can relate to you. So the more stories you tell, the more points of connection, the more points of, like, wow, she's resilient. Wow, she went through this. Wow, like, I got it as bad as her. Like, if she could do it, I could do it, right? Like, or I was a designer, I was a fitness coach, right? Now she's here. Like, I want to do that, right? I tell the story of my 9 to 5, how I could never, like, work more than 6 months in a full-time job. When I say that in my videos, women who watch those videos and also are in that moment right now where they're like, fuck, I quit every job that I that I applied to. Maybe they're in that moment where they keep job hopping and they're like, oh my God, I get it, Brenda. Like, watching one of my videos, they're like, wow, another woman who job hops too and can't hold down a full-time job because she wants to stab her eyeballs out every time she goes to work. That was me. Me sharing that story and other women feeling that way. Maybe not many people share that they want to poke their eyeballs out when they're at the full-time job, but I'll say it. So when I say and they listen, they're like, I connect with her. She's funny. Because that's true. Your soul's fucking dying. A full-time job you hate. I'm sure there's full-time jobs out there that you love, that people love, right? But most of them, if we're sitting down for long periods of time, or it's very, like, you were meant for more and you're more an entrepreneurial type, you are gonna feel like, I want to shoot myself. Maybe I shouldn't say that. I do. But it's pretty much that feeling of, I feel lifeless. Like, I gotta get out of here. Like, I need to do something with my life. Like, I know I was meant for more. Do you understand? Like, even how I say it, how you say particular analogies, ladies, when I say I want to poke my eyeballs out with a fork, it gives a certain image, a certain, like, polarization of, like that is savage and that is a bit, like, like, over the edge. But again, my aligned clients who think that's funny and you can relate to the feeling of wanting to poke your eyeballs out with a fork when you're at a full-time job will resonate with them, and they'll be like, Brenda's my coach. Do you get it? Do you get it, ladies? That's why I say it's so important. Number one, work on your visibility, fear of being seen, fear of not belonging, right? When you work on those, you can be yourself on video, on camera, in the live, and the more you are, you're going to attract your dream community, your dream clients, your aligned clients. And when you attract aligned people, that is when they'll invest fast because they can resonate, right? If you're not yourself, you may be attracting people who aren't fully locked in, fully there. They're gonna take a long ass time to feel like, oh, like I want to invest in her, like she's my coach, she can teach me something. But if you're really like locked in on yourself, you really share your authentic you, and people can quickly resonate, quickly connect with the same stories, the humor, the way they talk, their analogies, and it's like, oh, she's funny, like I relate to her. She watches the same shows as me. She like, and we have the same values with men paying, providing, all of that. Like when they can fully connect with your values, again, if you're pleasing everyone, right? You're talking to no one. If you're trying to talk to everyone and not rock the boat, you're vanilla. And vanilla doesn't get money. Vanilla doesn't get nobody, right? Vanilla gets vanilla money, which is zero money. You right? You gotta have strong values, strong opinions, controversial, polarizing, right? You gotta know who you are and be that person online, and the right people will come. And when they come and they get to know you, it's like boom, 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 sales. You get it. Okay. So they need to see the full spectrum of who you are. Again, it comes with the dissolving your fear of being seen, right? You can be more who you are when you release all the fears of judgment, opinions, right? You accept yourself, you love yourself. It's safe to be you. It's safe to be you. No hate comment, no trolls, no any crazy comment is gonna waver you from being who you are. And when your audience can see and feel that you are human, right? Human too, with your own mistakes, your own journey, what you've learned, right? They'll be more prone to like connect with you and want to invest and pull the trigger. And people only invest in people through connection, through emotion and aspiration, right? Wow, she had it that bad. Wow, she nowhere where she is today, but she still got to her goals, right? She overcame that. People invest in people who went through adversity. Again, we're all humans, and it's a huge thing that I had to learn as well. I did in the very beginning where I had huge visibility blocks, huge like fear of being seen. I thought like I need to be perfect, right? And that I was ashamed to share my story, ashamed to share my old me. But then I like realized like that's the magic sauce. That is what people need. Like people want to hear my vulnerability. People want to hear my story because no one can relate to perfect, right? Because we're all imperfect humans. We all make mistakes. We all go through struggles. We all go through highs and lows. People want to learn from people who went through the rock bottom, who went through the lows and got out of it. How did you get out of it? How did you reframe your mind? Like, what did you do? How did you pivot? Right? How did you overcome your fears? That is where the money is at. Right? How do you get over the hurdle? How did you get over the pain? How did you go through it? Right? How did you alchemize it? Right? People need someone who's been on the other side of the spectrum and then now they're here. Right? That's powerful. Because when they have done that, they can get me there. They get me. They understand. Right? No one's going to invest in someone who's just always been here. What are you going to teach me? Nothing. Because you don't get where I was. You've just always been here. You always had the money. You've always had life perfect. No one's perfect. But like you've always had all the things. What am I going to learn from you? You're not going to teach me anything. I'm sure there's something they have to teach, but with a lot of things, if someone's perfect, right, the life is perfect, what is the lesson there? What is the value? Again, they could be in a different industry. They could be doing fashion or something. There's always value there. But I'm just saying the sense of, like, the more you share who you once were to where you are today and your micro stories, those are all the connection points. Okay. So the next one is educational content, right? So your ideal client doesn't know what they don't know, right? And it is your job, ladies, to educate them on what they are missing. So the roadblocks, the missing holes, the things that they can't see in their peripheral, right? They're not able to notice, right? Because again, everyone's on every single level. Like, for example, if you're on level 5, right, you're not going to see and understand things where people are level 10 because you're on level 5. That's why you're hiring someone on level 10. Same goes with if you're level 2, right, and you're in a private coaching container, in a membership, in a course with someone who's level 7, right? They're going to teach you things that you don't know because again, you're level 2. That's why you're not level 7. So this could be a certain mindset, embodiment piece, right? Practice or strategy. So whatever industry, whatever niche that you are in, whatever the transformation of your offer is, right? What is that? What is it that? What is the thing that your ideal client has yet to master, right? And have no clue about, that is stopping them from reaching their goal at a faster rate? Let me say that again. What is it that your ideal client has yet to master? They have no clue about, that is stopping them from reaching their goal at a faster rate. Only you know this because again, you're level 7, they're level 2. What is the thing, like, because you've gone through that pathway, what is it that I've yet to master, that I've yet to learn, right? For them to collapse the time to get to level 7 where you are at. So I'm going to give you some examples. Like, from what I'm doing right now, ladies, this live, what I'm teaching right now, right? This is me giving you educational content, right? What you're missing in your content, what is like cock blocking you from making sales, right? Stopping you from making sales, stopping from the money coming in. I'm giving you educational content, value, high value content, right? What is missing in your mindset? What is missing in your like nervous system regulation, your energy, right? Things you may not even think is important, right? Or understand, right? How this impacts your business, right? But I'm educating you on them, making you aware of them, right? And this is how you grow, right? And this is how I grew in my own business, how I became aware, then I refined how I did my business. I refined my identity. I refined my routines, my habits of what I was taught, the missing little pieces along the way of how to get from this level to this level, right? I tweaked it, refined it, ordered it, right? Reflected on it. Then I scaled my business. So educational content is so important, right? So this entire training, ladies, I've merged my own personal experiences with educational content, right? And then you'll find that I've sprinkled in, right, with all my videos, authoritative and mentorship leader frequency, right? So what does that mean? Like, I'm savage, right? With my own analogies, all right? I'm adding my own opinion. I'm being controversial. I have my own spin on things, right? So piggybacking what I said, the next one is mentorship, leadership, authoritative energy. So what is unique to you, your values, your beliefs, how you create your own concepts, frameworks, way of saying things, right? Delivering things, your spiciness, how you trigger people, right? And this can't be replicated. It can't be stolen, can't be replaced by other people, right? This is you, right? Only you, right? You're not a follower, right? Or you're not just like a teacher, right? You are a leader, a mentor, a coach, an entrepreneur, content creator, influencer, all in one, right? And you got to showcase that. Showcase your leadership energy, your mentorship energy, right? The authority by how you project your voice, how you talk, the conviction, the confidence in it. Like, you know your shit, you know your stuff, right? Who's going to invest in someone? They're like, she's not that confident. Like, she's more follower vibes. She's more vanilla. Like, people follow people, right? Who know their shit, who know, like, oh, they're a good leader, I'm gonna follow them. Like, they know what they're talking about. They know their vision. They know where they're going. They know their pathway, right? They believe that they're the bee's knees. So I believe that they're the bee's knees, right? They know how to do this, right? I'm going to learn from them, right? So you have to have that leadership, mentorship, authoritative energy, that frequency, right? And you will naturally be her, that leadership role, right? And and one second. You'll naturally be her and step into her, right? The more comfortable you feel being seen. Again, everything comes back to visibility. Everything comes back to releasing, letting go, dissolving aspects of yourself that feel shamed, embarrassed, judged, right? So, and I want to talk about like the fear of being judged, opinions, hate, all of that. You are only fearing that because that is how you judge yourself. So when you stop judging yourself, ladies, you stop hating on yourself, you stop putting yourself down, you stop putting yourself bottom barrel, you stop believing that you're not worthy, you're no value, nothing good to say. When you stop that and you work on your self concept, right, that judgment dissipates because you accept who you are, you believe you are worthy, you are deserving, you are whole. And when you are in that energy, in that embodiment, the fear of being seen dissolves because you believe, I deserve to take up space. I deserve to be in the room. I deserve to speak on stage. Right? I have something of value to say. I'm going to change your life. Right? So really watch training 1. And I'm double downing on this. You got to work on your fear of being seen, visibility. It's going to change the trajectory of your business. You're going to go from making $0 or not the amount you want to make. You're going to 3x, 10x it. So that is the end of this live. I've got so much more to say. But again, this live is getting long. And I need to get the timing better. So it's like 1 hour or less because it tends to be a lot longer when I riff and I riff and I riff. Again, like, so everything that I've shared on the last one and part 2, right? If you want to learn how to start your own business or you already have your own business and you want to learn how to 3x, 10x your income, right? This is all inside my Get Paid to Exist course. So if you liked part 1 and part 2, all inside Get Paid to Exist. And if you enroll before the end of the year, you're going to get Dream Girl Academy, you're going to get Quantum Activations and Superhuman complimentary. No way. Yes. No, sorry. You're going to get Quantum Activations and Superhuman complimentary, not Dream Girl Academy. Maybe I will make it that. But right now it's Quantum Activations and Superhuman complimentary on any courses that you invest in. So if you want to learn how to get paid to exist, monetize your skills, your passions, get paid to just be you, right? This is the course. So I teach you how to start, if you're a beginner, how to build, and how to scale it. So I highly recommend this course. It's a life-changing course. I've literally built over 5-6 businesses from everything that I teach you in this. I only talk about 3 main ones, really, but I built so many. But everything that you will learn and get paid to exist runs across service-based. So I was a designer, brand designer, right? More service-based business. And then I did fitness coaching. And then I did my mindset and business coaching business and then my dating, and now I merged everything. I've literally sold every type of offer you can think of: courses, programs, memberships, masterminds, private coaching, ebooks, recipe books, everything, consults, everything. I've done in-person stuff. I've done sales calls way back, like all inside, all inside. And of course, ladies, you can get access to my entire product suite. So all memberships, all courses, private coaching inside my Her Year membership. So I would get in as soon as you can if you want the extra month in December with me, and you will get 13 months instead of 12 months if you enroll today. So you have all of December, all of 2026 with me. So all my offers are linked down below. And my 2026 offers that are open, they are open for pre-sale. I'm going to add the link down below. I have 7 new offers that as of now. I'm sure there's going to be more that I'll be delivering live in 2026. So if you want to get in now at the lowest investment before they go up to early bird to full investment, I'd enroll as soon as possible. That when you feel aligned, just go do it. So I hope you ladies enjoyed this training. Super fun. I've been loving live so much. Next week I'll be in Melbourne. Then I will be in Sydney. I'm going to both. I'm so excited. December is a huge month. December and January is a huge month for us Capricorns. And I just know, like, it's the most prosperous and wealthiest month in our entire like cycle. Like for Capricorns, a lot of our like karmic cycles looping, a lot of our like old patterns and old timelines are literally ending, and the new you is like boom, momentum, start, like the wealth, the abundance, the love, right? And I think something is in, I don't remember what it is exactly. Something is in Venus for us Capricorns in the new year. We are in our love era. So if you guys are new to like astrology, all of that, right now is our time to find love. Right now is our time where we attract the love of our lives. And I've done numerology as well, and they also back this up. Around this time is when I'm gonna get married as well. Okay, ladies, I'll see you in the next one. Bye.